What if I told you that the person you are today is the only thing standing in the way of who you could become? Killing your current self isn't about destruction, it's about transformation. Letting go of the version of you that no longer serves your purpose, so that the best version of you can emerge. Your current self is a product of habits, choices and beliefs that have brought you to this moment. But what got you here won't get you there. To truly grow, you need to part ways with the limitations, fears and patterns that keep you tethered to mediocrity. Killing your current self means dismantling these limitations and stepping into the identity of the person you want to be. Step 1. Identify what needs to die. Identifying what needs to die is the cornerstone of transformation, requiring deep self-awareness and a willingness to confront the parts of yourself that no longer align with your aspirations. It starts with brutally honest self-reflection, looking at your habits, beliefs and patterns not through the lens of judgment, but as an observer seeking clarity. This step is about recognizing the aspects of your current self that have served their purpose and are now obstacles to growth. For instance, consider procrastination, a habit that might have provided comfort or a way to avoid failure in the past, but now stands as a barrier to achievement. Acknowledge how this habit manifests in your daily life and the impact it has on your progress. Perhaps it's delaying action on goals, creating stress, or leading to missed opportunities. Write it down. Awareness turns these intangible tendencies into something tangible that you can address. Self-doubt is another common element that often needs to die. This insidious mindset might have been a protective mechanism at some point, keeping you cautious and safe, but now it likely prevents you from taking risks and seizing opportunities. Reflect on moments where self-doubt has held you back. The job you didn't apply for, the relationship you avoided, or the dream you shelved because you feared you weren't capable. Seeing these patterns laid bare can be uncomfortable, but it's essential. Beyond habits and mindsets, this process extends to the external factors that reinforce your current self. Are there relationships that drain your energy, environments that stifle your creativity, or routines that leave you feeling stagnant? Identify these influences and their role in anchoring you to your current state. It could be a social circle that values complacency over growth, or a workspace that feels uninspiring. Recognizing these external elements is just as important as addressing internal ones, because transformation requires a holistic approach. Identifying what needs to die also means examining the stories you tell yourself about who you are. These narratives are powerful, shaping your identity and dictating your actions. Perhaps you've labeled yourself as not good with money, or not disciplined enough, for so long that it's become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Challenge these narratives, ask yourself where they originated and whether they're rooted in truth or fear. Often, you'll find that these stories are remnants of past experiences that no longer hold relevance to the person you're becoming. Letting them die allows you to rewrite your story with intention and purpose. This step also involves acknowledging the fears that keep you tied to your current self. Fear of failure, rejection, or even success can create invisible chains that hold you back. Take time to name these fears and understand their origins. Are they based on past experiences, societal expectations, or assumptions about what's possible? By naming your fears, you take the first step in dismantling their power over you. Recognizing what needs to die isn't about rejecting every aspect of your current self. It's about discerning what no longer serves your growth. It's a process of refinement, like sculpting a block of marble into a masterpiece. The unnecessary pieces must be chipped away to reveal the potential within. Embrace this process with compassion, understanding that letting go is not a sign of failure, but a sign of evolution. Once you've identified what needs to die, take a moment to sit with these realizations. It can be tempting to rush into action, but transformation begins with acceptance. Accept that these aspects have played a role in your life and thank them for the lessons they've taught you. Then, commit to releasing them with intention. This commitment marks the beginning of your journey toward becoming the person you aspire to be, unencumbered by the weight of what no longer serves you. Step 2. Break free from comfort zones. Breaking free from comfort zones is one of the most transformative and challenging steps in personal growth, as it requires you to step into uncertainty and face the discomfort that often comes with change. Comfort zones are safe and familiar, providing a sense of stability, but they are also where growth stagnates and potential remains untapped. To break free, start by identifying the boundaries of your comfort zone, the habits, routines, and mindsets that keep you anchored in predictability. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding because it feels uncomfortable or intimidating? Perhaps it's speaking up in meetings, pursuing a new career path, or building relationships with people outside your usual circle. Recognizing these areas is the first step to expanding your horizons. Once identified, take small, intentional steps to challenge these boundaries. For example, if public speaking terrifies you, begin by speaking up in smaller, low-stakes settings and gradually work your way up to larger audiences. These incremental steps not only build your confidence but also acclimate you to the discomfort that comes with stepping outside your comfort zone. Each small victory reinforces your ability, creating a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. Breaking free from comfort zones also requires embracing failure as a natural part of the process. Fear of failure often keeps us rooted in the familiar, but failure is not the enemy, it is a teacher. Each setback provides valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. When you reframe failure as feedback, you remove its power to paralyze you, allowing you to take bold steps toward your goals. For instance, starting a new business might involve initials or even losses, but these experiences can teach you resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving skills that are essential for long-term success. Another key aspect of breaking free is challenging the limiting beliefs that keep you confined. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or social expectations and manifest as thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." Confront these beliefs head-on by questioning their validity and replacing them with empowering affirmations. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this challenge," remind yourself, "I am capable of learning and growing through this experience." Over time, these mental shifts create a mindset that welcomes it and embraces discomfort as a pathway to achievement. Stepping out of your comfort zone also involves experiences and perspectives. Travel to unfamiliar places. Take up a hobby you've always been curious about, or engage with people who have different backgrounds and viewpoints. These experiences not only broaden your understanding of the world but also help you discover new strengths and passions. For instance, trying a challenging physical activity like writing might reveal a resilience and determination you didn't know you possessed. Each new experience adds layers to your personal growth, building a more dynamic and adaptable version of yourself. Breaking free also means being willing to let go. Comfort zones often provide the illusion of certainty, but life is inherently unpredictable. Embrace this uncertainty by taking calculated risks and trusting in your ability to navigate the unknown. This might involve leaving a stable job to pursue your passion, moving to a new city, or starting a creative project with no guarantee of success. While these actions may feel daunting, they also open the door to possibilities and opportunities that wouldn't exist within the confines of your comfort zone. Support from others can be invaluable during this process. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage and challenge you to step outside your boundaries. Their belief in your potential can inspire you to take risks and push through moments of doubt. Likewise, seeking mentorship from those who have similar challenges can provide guidance and reassurance. Their experiences serve as proof that growth is possible, even in the face of discomfort and uncertainty. Breaking free from comfort zones also requires persistence and patience. Growth is not a linear journey, and there will be times when you face setbacks or tempted to retreat to familiar patterns. In these moments, remind yourself of the reasons you started this journey and the goals you're striving to achieve. Visualize the person you want to become and let the vision motivate you to keep pushing forward. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and use it as fuel to tackle the next challenge. Reflection is another critical component of this process. Take time to evaluate the changes you've made and the lessons you've learned. Reflecting on your journey not only reinforces your growth, but also helps you identify areas where you can continue to push your boundaries. For example, you might realize that while you've grown more confident in one area, there are still other aspects of your life where you're holding back. Use these insights to set new goals and continue expanding your comfort zone. Breaking free from comfort zones ultimate your relationship with discomfort. What once felt intimidating becomes an opportunity for growth and discovery. Over time, you build resilience, confidence, and a sense of empowerment that extends to all areas of your life. The boundaries of your comfort zone expand, creating a new normal that aligns with your goals. This continuous process of growth ensures that you never become stagnant, always striving to reach your full potential. By breaking free from comfort zones, you unlock the courage and capacity to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and endless possibility. Step 3T, adopting a new identity is one of the most profound and transformative steps in personal growth, as it requires you to redefine who you are and align your actions, beliefs, and habits with the person you aspire to become. It starts with a clear and detailed vision of your future self, a version you that embodies the qualities, behaviors, and mindset necessary to achieve your goals. To adopt this identity, you must first let go of the limiting labels and narratives that have anchored you to your current self. For instance, if you've always thought of yourself as not disciplined enough or not good at networking, it's time to challenge and rewrite those stories. Recognize that these are not absolute truths but temporary perceptions that can be reshaped through intentional effort and action. Start by visualizing your ideal self in vivid detail, how they carry themselves, the decisions they make, the habits they prioritize, and the energy they exude. Immerse yourself in this vision until it's real and tangible, as though you are stepping into their shoes. This visualization is not mere daydreaming. It's a powerful exercise in reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept this new identity as your reality. Once you have a clear vision, begin to embody this new identity through action. This means asking yourself daily, what would the future version of me do in this situation? And then committing to that choice, even if it feels uncomfortable or unnatural at first. For example, if your new identity is that of a confident public speaker, start by seeking opportunities to speak, no matter how small. The act of doing reinforces the belief you are becoming this new version of yourself. Consistency is key. Each small, intentional action compounds over time, solidifying your new identity. Surround identities that reflect your desired identity further accelerates the process. Seek out mentors, role models, or communities that embody the traits and values you want to adopt. Their guidance and example can provide inspiration, support, and accountability, helping you stay aligned with your vision. Additionally, immerse yourself in resources, books, podcasts, courses that reinforce the mindset and skills of your future self. The more you expose yourself to these positive influences, the more your new identity becomes ingrained in your daily life. Adopting a new identity also involves addressing the fears and resistance that inevitably arise. Change can be unsettling, and it's common to encounter self-doubt or a pull toward the familiar. Recognize these feelings as part of the process and use them as opportunities for growth. When fear arises, ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Often, it points to areas where you need to build confidence or overcome limiting beliefs. Embrace these moments as stepping stones rather than obstacles, and remind yourself that discomfort is a sign of progress. Another critical aspect of adopting a new identity is cultivating self-compassion. Transformation is not a linear journey, and there will be times when you falter or revert to old patterns. Instead of berating yourself for these setbacks, view them as valuable feedback. Reflect on what triggered the lapse and how you can address it moving forward. Treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a friend on a similar journey. Self-compassion fosters resilience and ensures that you stay committed to your transformation, even when the road gets challenging. As you continue to embody your new identity, you'll notice shifts not only in your mindset, but also in how others perceive and respond to you. People begin to treat you in alignment with the energy and confidence you project, reinforcing your belief in your new self. This positive reinforcement creates a virtuous cycle, motivating you to continue growing and evolving. Over time, the behaviors and habits of your new identity become second nature, and the gap between who you were and who you've become starts to close. The transformation becomes evident not only to you but also to those around you, as they witness the changes in your actions, demeanor, and results. Adopting a new identity is not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the person you were always capable of being. It's an act of reclaiming your power and stepping into your potential with infinite confidence. By consistently aligning your thoughts, actions, and environment with your vision, you create a life that reflects your true aspirations and values, proving to yourself that transformation is not only possible but inevitable when you commit to the process. Step 4G. Let go of the past. Letting go of the past is one of the most liberating and transformative steps you can take in your journey of growth, as it allows you to release the emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, and patterns of behavior that no longer serve you. The past, while formative, can often become a heavy anchor, holding you back from moving forward and embracing the person you are capable of becoming. To let go, you must first confront the aspects of your past and keeping you tethered. This might include regrets over missed opportunities, mistakes that have haunted you, or unresolved conflicts with others. Begin by acknowledging these experiences not with judgment or shame, but with honesty and self-compassion. Recognize that your past actions, while they may not align with your current values or aspirations, were made based on the knowledge, circumstances, and emotions you had at the time. Self-forgiveness is a crucial part of this process. Without it, the past can become a source of self-critical guilt that erodes your confidence and hinders your ability to take bold steps toward your future. Understand that mistakes are not failures, each offering valuable insights into your character, priorities, and areas for growth. Reflect on these lessons with curiosity and gratitude them as stepping stones that have brought you to this moment. Letting go of the past also means releasing these you've told yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. These narratives, often shaped by childhood experiences, souvenirs, or past disappointments, can become deeply ingrained and difficult to challenge. Perhaps you've told yourself, "I'm not good nor never succeed because of what happened to me." These stories, while they may have felt protective or validating at one point, no longer serve your growth. Challenge their validity by asking yourself, is this truly who I am? Or is this who I've been conditioned to believe I am? Replace these limiting beliefs with affirmations that reflect the person you want to become, such as, "I am capable of growth," or "I have the strength to create a new story for myself." Releasing the past also involves processing and releasing the emotions attached to it. Suppressed anger, sadness, or resentment can create an invisible barrier between you and your future. Allow yourself to feel these emotions fully, whether through journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or seeking professional support. Acknowledge the pain or disappointment. You give yourself permission to let it go. Holding on to these emotions only keeps you tuned to events that caused them, while releasing them frees you to focus on the present and the possibilities ahead. Another vital aspect of letting go of the past is forgiving others who may have hurt you. This does not mean condoning their actions, the impact they had on your life. Rather, it's about releasing the hold their actions have on your emotions and mental well-being. Holding on to resentment or bitterness only keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity, whereas forgiveness allows you to reclaim your energy and move forward with clarity and peace. Consider writing a letter to the person who hurt you, not to send, but as an act of catharsis. Express your feelings and then release them, knowing that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not necessarily to the other person. Letting go of the past also involves setting boundaries with the people, environments, or habits that perpetuate its influence. This might mean distancing yourself from relationships that reinforce patterns, or making changes to your daily routine that reflect your commitment to growth. For example, if you've been stuck in a cycle of procrastination or self-doubt, letting go might involve creating new habits that prioritize productivity and self-care. These changes signal to yourself and the world that you are no longer defined by your past, but by the choices you make in the present. Embracing the present is a powerful antidote to be in the past. Focus on the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are available to you now. Practice mindfulness to ground yourself in the here and now, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking time to appreciate the small joys in your daily life. The more you anchor yourself in the present, the less hold the past will have on you. Letting go of the past is not about forgetting or erasing it. It's about integrating it to your story in a way that empowers rather than limits you. Your past experiences, both positive and negative, have shaped you into the person you are today, and they hold valuable lessons that can guide your future. Honor your past for the wisdom it has given you, but don't allow it to dictate your path forward. Finally, recognize that letting go of the past is a continuous process, not a one-time event. There will be moments when old memories or feelings resurface, and that sounds okay. Use these moments as reaffirm your commitment to growth and remind yourself of the progress you've made. Letting go is a journey of self-discovery, and one that requires patience, courage, and a deep belief in your ability to create a brighter future. By releasing the past, you free yourself to step your full potential and live a life that aligns with your trust self. Step 5. Build new habits. The building new habits is the cornerstone of lasting transformation, as habits shape your daily actions and ultimately define the trajectory of your life. Developing habits that align with your goals requires intention, consistency, and patience, as well as an understanding of how habits are formed and sustained. To start, identify the key habits that support the person you want to become and the life you want to create. These habits should be specific, actionable, and tied to your larger vision, whether it's exercising daily to cultivate discipline and health, setting aside time for learning to grow intellectually, or practicing mindfulness to foster emotional reference. Once you've identified these habits, begin by starting small. While it's tempting to make drastic changes all at once, small, incremental shifts are more sustainable and effective in the long run. For example, if your goal is to build a habit of waking up early, start by setting your alarm just 15 minutes earlier each day until you reach your desired wake-up time. This gradual approach reduces resistance and makes feel manageable, allowing you to build momentum. Consistency is the key to habit formation, as repetition reinforces new behaviors and transforms them into automatic routines. Aim to practice your chosen habits at the same time each day, anchoring them to existing routines for greater ease and integration. For instance, if you want to establish a habit of journaling, tie it to a well-established activity like your morning coffee or bedtime routine. This practice, known as habit stacking, leverages the neural pathways already associate habits, making it easier to incorporate new behaviors. Tracking your habits is another powerful strategy for building consistency and staying motivated. Use a habit tracker, journal, or app to monitor your progress, celebrating small wins along the way. Each day you check off your habit reinforces your commitment and provides a sense of accomplishment, creating a positive feedback loop that encourages continued effort. Building new habits also requires addressing the barriers and triggers that may hinder your progress. Reflect on the obstacles that have derailed your efforts in the past, whether it's lack of time, energy, or motivation, and develop strategies to overcome them. For example, if you struggle to exercise after fatigue, Consider working out in the morning or during lunch breaks instead. By proactively addressing these challenges, the up for success and reduce the likelihood of setbacks. It's also essential to understand the role of identity in habit formation. Rather than focusing solely on the outcome you want to achieve, embrace the identity associated with your new habits. For example, instead of saying, "I'm trying to run more," say, I am a runner." This shift in self-perception reinforces your commitment and helps you align your actions with your desired identity. Each time you act in alignment with this new identity, reinforce the belief that this is who you are, making it easier to sustain the habit over time. Patience is another crucial component of building new habits, as meaningful change takes time. While it's natural to want immediate results, remember that habits are formed through repetition and persistence. Studies suggest it can take anywhere from 21 to 66 days to establish a new habit, depending on its complexity and the individual. Focus on the process rather than the outcome, trusting that your consistent efforts will yield results in due time. Building new habits is not a linear journey, and setbacks are inevitable. When you encounter a lapse, resist the urge to view it as failure. Instead, treat it as a learning opportunity. Reflect on what caused the lapse and how you can adjust your approach moving forward. For example, if you miss a day of your habit, don't let it derail your progress. Commit to getting back on track the next day, reinforcing the mindset that consistency over long term is more important than perfection. The environment you create also plays a significant role in habit formation. Design your physical and social environment support your new habits and eliminate cues that trigger old, unproductive behaviors. For instance, if you want to reduce screen time, keep your phone in another room during meals or work sessions. Similarly, surround yourself with individuals who inspire and support your growth, as their influence can have a profound impact on your ability to stay committed. Visualization is another powerful tool for building new habits, as it helps you mentally rehearse the behavior, the positive emotions associated with achieving your goals. Spend a few minutes each day imagining you're practicing your new habits, focusing on how it feels and the benefits it brings. This mental rehearsal strengthens your commitment and primes your brain to take action. Rewards and accountability are additional factors that can enhance habit formation. Establish a system of rewards for completing your habits. Whether it's treating yourself to something enjoyable or simply acknowledging your progress, pair this with accountability by sharing your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or community. Their encouragement and support can provide an added layer of motivation and help you stay on track. Building new habits also involves letting go of old habits that no longer serve you. This process requires self-awareness and intentional effort, as old habits often operate on autopilot. Decues and triggers associated with these habits and replace them with behaviors that align with your goals. For example, if you have a habit of mindlessly saying while watching TV, substitute it with drinking water or engaging in a productive activity during commercial breaks. Over time, these replacements become your new default behaviors. Lastly, remember that building new habits is not about changing your actions, but also about transforming your mindset. Approach the process with curiosity, optimism, and a willingness to experiment. Be kind to yourself throughout the journey, celebrating every step forward and learning from every stumble. By committing to the process and embracing the power of small, consistent changes, you lay the foundation for a life that reflects your values and aspirations, proving that the habits you cultivate today shape the person you become tomorrow.